Gap for the back of the Gap report. So far to this date, we've had over 117,000 troops trained on the Gap. So we're well on our way of exceeding our numbers for last year, making us once again the most utilized National Guard installation in the country. Coming up for this coming week, we'll have over 5,200 troops on the Gap. And for the week after that, we'll go down a little bit, but we'll have over 4,200 troops training on the Gap. And that's in addition to the 2,200 people we have that work every day on the Gap. Want to thank the commissioners for coming out, supporting us when we got our award from the Deputy Assistant Secretary of the Army for excellence in conservation and natural resource management. That meant a lot to all of us to have you come out and honor us with your presence. We just finished up the National Army National Guard Best Warrior competition. It was held at the Gap. That was a remarkable thing. That was the 14 best National Guard soldiers in the country. They compete for that honor. Came and went through a strenuous set of obstacles, courses, shooting, followed by a ruck march. If any of you all have ever been in the military, that involves putting a 40-pound pack on your back and marching for 15 miles or so. For a time, they actually did that down at the Gettysburg battlefield, which was very fitting for us. And the winners of that was a Sergeant Jordy Brewer. He was a Kentucky National Guard sergeant. He won the best non-commissioned officer in the National Guard. And another young lad, Specialist Bailey Ruff, he was a mechanic from the South Dakota National Guard. So show that we do things of national significance at the Gap, and proud and honored to do that. We are gearing up for our March for the Fallen. That's our annual 28-mile march. For those of y'all that want to, you can put a 40-pound rucksack on your back and enter and come out and honor our Pennsylvania war dead. We've built quite a community with that. For those that don't want to do the 28-mile march, we have a 14-mile march.
Much better.
Which is better. And for those that are old and broken like me, we have a 5K. So there's 3 events that you can come and support Wounded Warriors, Pennsylvania Wounded Warriors, our MWR programs, and honor those young men and women who've made the ultimate sacrifice for the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Sally, you'll be happy to know, this month there is no Big Boom live fire training schedule, believe it or not. Now that could be subject to change with the needs of the Army.
Oh my goodness.
But I will tell everybody on the night of the August 8th and into the early morning of August 9th, we're going to have a aviation event. That probably it's going later than we normally train with helicopters. So we're just letting our local residents know that's going to happen. It's kind of a out of the norm occurrence, so nobody thinks anything is going on that should startle them. Lastly, Public Affairs Officer Lieutenant Colonel King Swigert, they wanted us to put out this notice. This is the last opportunity for Persian Gulf conflict bonuses for veterans. There's a press release here, I will leave here, but eligible veterans who served on active duty in the Persian Gulf Theater of Operations from 2 August 1990 to August 31st, 1991 have until the 31st of this August 2018 to apply for a special one-time payment to honor their service and sacrifice. $75 per month for each month they served in theater, up to a $525 maximum. This was a law or a bonus that was passed by the General Assembly to honor those that served in Desert Storm. There's additional monies for any of the surviving family members of someone who was KIA. There is a website that you can go to, which is the easiest to apply for the bonus. I will leave this here for anybody that might have interest on this, but matter of fact, I'll give a phone number. Media can contact a Mr. Joseph Butera, B-U-T-E-R-A, 717-861-2178. He will assist that veteran in applying for that bonus. So, good thing that we've got going to honor those that served in Desert Storm. I hope they avail themselves of it. And pending any of y'all's questions, that's all I have for today. Ceremony at Hickam Air Base in Hawaii yesterday, where the remains are starting to, that's the way that they will come back.
It seems like that's a big deal from a
Yes,
sniper.
sir.
Is that?
It's a big deal to all of us for those remains to come back. I would not be surprised if out of that many remains, we probably may have involvement at the VA cemetery for that.
Wow.
If that happens, I'm sure we will gear up and have the appropriate honors for those folks.
Thank you.
Thank you again, Dave.